Introduction. Welcome to the United Nations Police English Language Assessment. This assessment consists of two parts, the reading comprehension and the audio comprehension. The instructions to both parts will be clearly explained before we commence. The use of any computer devices, microphones, books, external notes, or assistance from others is not permitted. We expect full compliance and good conduct during this test. Any candidates who fail to observe appropriate conduct will be excluded from the assessment process, and the incident will be communicated in writing to the authorities of the member state concerned and to the SAAT coordinator in the UN Police Division. Part 1 is the reading comprehension. You will be given a mission-related story with a question and answer sheet which contains 10 questions related to the key facts of the story. You will also be given a blank sheet of paper for your note-taking. Any notes that you take on the blank sheet you are allowed to keep throughout the exam. Read the text very carefully. You may write on the test as you wish. You will not be graded for any marking made on the test itself, only on the question and answer sheet. After reading the test, answer the 10 questions on the question and answer sheet. Be sure to include the entire key fact in your answer. It is not necessary to write in grammatically complete sentences. It is highly recommended that you use the blank sheet of paper for important notes from the reading. These notes will be essential for Part 2 of the assessment. You will be able to keep only the sheet of paper with your notes for the second part of the exam. Keep the test and question and answer sheet face down until you are asked to start. You will have 20 minutes to complete the reading comprehension. The instructor will indicate when these 20 minutes begin. The instructor will then announce when there are 5 remaining minutes and when there is 1 final minute. After the 20 minutes have passed, the instructor will collect the reading test and the question and answer sheet. You will keep the written notes that you made on the blank sheet of paper for the second part of the assessment. Please write your full name, your individual test serial number, and other details clearly. Introduction. This is the second section of the UNPOL Combined Language Assessment. It is divided into 2 parts. In the first part, you will hear one person describing the mission-related topic you have just read about in the reading comprehension. It will be introduced as the narrative. In the second part, you will hear a conversation between 2 people who are discussing the same mission-related topic. It will be introduced as the dialogue. Please be reminded that the use of any computer devices, microphones, books, external notes, or assistance from others is not permitted. Candidates who fail to observe appropriate conduct during this test will be excluded from the assessment process. Such actions will be duly noted and communicated in writing to the authorities of the member state concerned and to the SAAT coordinator in the UN Police Division. You will be given a report writing form and another blank sheet of paper. Take careful notes on the blank sheet of paper of both the narrative and the dialogue. Pay attention to the important facts and key information. You will hear the recording only one time. Once the narrative and dialogue are finished, you will be asked to use your notes from both the reading and the audio parts to write down your own complete police report. You will have 30 minutes to complete your police report. The instructor will indicate when these 30 minutes begin. The instructor will then announce when there are 5 minutes remaining and when there is 1 final minute. Please do not forget to write your full name, your individual test serial number, and other details clearly in the spaces provided on the report writing sheet. Good luck.
Narrative.
Multiple police departments including the FBI, the Department of Alcohol and Tobacco, Firearms and Explosives, and the Regional Stop Team cooperated to help track down the 2 suspects. The suspects really didn't have a chance, with all those departments working together. At 1750 hours, the suspect's car was sighted by Patrol Officer Barbara Sanders. She immediately informed all on-duty patrol officers in the vicinity. Police mobilized, and when they tried to stop the suspect's vehicle, they fired repeatedly at police, and a high-speed chase began. The pursuit continued, as the suspects fired with AK-47 style rifles from the Chevrolet. 14 police cars and many homes along the robbers' path were peppered with bullets. Police shot out their tires, but the shooting continued, fatally wounding the 2 suspects. When the vehicle's tires were shot, officers exchanged gunfire with at least one of the assailants. The car finally was stopped near the Bommy Highway exit, and the pair was arrested with the assistance of riot guards, armed police and the anti-terror squad. The 2 wounded suspects were taken to the hospital with gunshot wounds. Jeremiah Ellis, 28, and Ashley Patterson, 24, both of East Chicago, were taken into custody as suspects in the armed robbery of Amero Bank on 2720 South Madonna Avenue. They are being held in the Central Jail in Abidjan.
Dialogue.
Good afternoon, sir. I'm here to submit the situation report in the Amero Bank robbery case.
Good afternoon, Officer Ramos. I hear you have already taken the suspects into custody.
Yes, sir. Jeremiah Ellis, 28, and Ashley Patterson, 24, both of East Chicago, were taken into custody as suspects in the armed robbery of Amero Bank on 2720 South Madonna Avenue. They are being held in the Central Jail in Abidjan.
I also heard reports that the suspects opened fire on police to resist arrest. Is that true?
Yes, sir. When we tried to stop the suspect's vehicle, they fired repeatedly at police and tried to escape.
What happened next?
A high-speed chase began, and the pursuit continued, as the suspects fired with AK-47 style rifles from the Chevrolet.
Please continue.
Police shot out their tires, and the car finally was stopped near the Bommy Highway exit, where the pair was arrested with the assistance of riot guards, armed police and the anti-terror squad.
Were there any casualties?
The 2 suspects were fatally wounded. They received treatment at the hospital for gunshot wounds.
Was there any damage to property?
14 police cars and many homes were peppered with bullets.
Thank you, Officer Ramos. It was a job well executed.
Thank you, sir, and goodbye.
Goodbye, Officer Ramos.